Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review St. Clare, and this is a new horror mystery thriller from writer-director Mitzi Pirone. And Pirone is a filmmaker who I saw her film Braid, and I actually own that, and really loved that film, and it was a great hidden gem way back in 2018. And I was really surprised when I looked this up and saw that she had made this new film starring Bella Thorne as the titular Clare. In a small town, a solitary woman is haunted by voices that lead her to assassinate ill-intended people and get away with it until her last kill sucks her down a rabbit hole riddled with corruption, trafficking, and visions from the beyond. And this film certainly has a lot of genre elements floating around. And I think Bella Thorne does a really solid job of anchoring this film down in this leading role. You have Frank Wally, who plays this mailman who she had previously killed, and he's just stalking her from beyond, trying to give her advice, trying to point in the right direction, and they have an interesting dynamic. You have Ryan Phillippe, who's the detective trying to discover who killed this most recent man on Claire's list. And I think this film has a lot of energy. It has a lot of personality visually. I think Pirone, along with her cinematographer Luca Bazzelli and composers Zola Jesus and Philip Klein, all really create a very interesting visual and atmospheric kind of space for this film. And there's definitely some interesting dynamics, and there's some impactful visuals and interesting choices of how they represent certain things, and storytelling elements of flashbacks and such in these visions that keep you on edge and keep you guessing exactly what the heck is going on here. And the context of Claire being newer to this area and not really 100% fitting in and catching enemies because of what she's inquiring about, it starts peeling back layers. I don't think this mystery ever reaches the point where it's compelling enough to really make this film hit in the end. And I think Claire's interesting enough of a character to go along this journey with, but not deeply fleshed out enough for us to really care. And I feel like a lot of the characters along the way are also caricatures and don't have a whole lot of dimensions to them, where I feel like some of the writing falters this film a bit. And it's an interesting concept, and it has some twists and turns and some shocking elements. I just don't know if this film ever really comes together more than just its vibes, its style, its atmosphere. Those elements are there, the genre elements are there. I think Thorne and Wally give some strong performances and fit those characters well. It's just, I don't know if this film ever really digs deep enough into the potential of this narrative, this mystery, what's going on here, to really strike a nerve that is compelling enough to really pull you in all the way up into the end. I feel like this is the kind of film that has this energy, but as it gets more complicated and ridiculous and hard to believe, it just feels like it loses its steam, and by the end it kind of putters across the finish line, leaving you with, oh, there's a lot of potential here, but it turned out to be a serviceable enough kind of film instead of something that leaves you with this feeling of wow, that was something impactful and that was a rich experience. This just doesn't quite have that. But I think Pirone, Thorne, I think they bring enough to the table to get you there where this is a watchable kind of mystery horror thriller that you could at least have some genre thrills throughout and get something out of it. But those are my thoughts on St. Clare. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.